What if Naruto had time skip? Okay, now what I mean that in Naruto will have time skip because I'm looking in here and there's one person trying to call it jump time, but they must Deku have the ability. So I think why not Naruto have it? And I'm gonna say it's gonna be similar to same strength as hit and increasing his time skip. He's gonna do it the same as his hit. So just to know, as Naruto have the time skip power, he will unlock that at really early his age. Now I will explain the story, and he will be the it will be his Getigenkai ability, and he is the only one can use it. He is the first generation with this this jutsu technique. It's a jutsu technique, but it is really powerful one. So no one can copy this technique because you cannot copy if you cannot see the real person. Now, let's get into the story. As everything with the same as canon, Minato and Kushina sacrificed the life of the same in the village. Nine Tails was sealed inside the half of the Nine Tails in Naruto, and the other half Minato to Minato's body. Now, as everything was similar, and here's something different. The difference is when Naruto was almost 5 years old. No, not five, 4. Yeah, 4. He be chased he run away from the villages. So he's trying to escape from them, but he not managed to do that. So here something happened. His it's gonna everything froze the time. But it's kind but it was a gaining chasing after him, gaining in the villages. But but not many because they don't wanna many people war. But as a but the story was almost to kill Naruto. Naruto kind of thinking and trying to blocking, but he noticed something. Something was not right. And then in looking, everything was frozen. He don't think that twice and he ran away as fast as he could. As he did that, it took only, when I say, 10, no, 20 seconds. 20 seconds gonna make them run away. And that 20-second time's up, and gonna come back. Everything gonna go rolling again. And this time he was home. He ran away as fast as he could. So he's pretty fast his age. He had no idea he was home and no one found him. And the next day it happened the same. but something he noticed, but he concentrated, the time stopped. But he noticed that it's not stopping time, it's just skipping time. He don't know why he can do that. It's kinda new get a Kenkai or something he's faint. He was too young to understand that, but he know, but one thing for sure he know. He can use this ability to escape from all the villagers attacking, so no one can hurting him anymore. So he began his training more serious in canon. He trained no, 5 times more harder than anyone else. He trained even harder than Sasuke. Yeah, Naruto gonna be really OP when they get older. So in that time, Naruto doing 3 kilometer run, 1,000 squats, 1,000 push-ups, and 10,000 punches. And 1,000 setups every single day, and he only increases it as he goes stronger. But he gets stronger, his body. But this time he's not only eating his favorite ramen food. No, he's also eating healthy food, so he get even more taller. But it's not only he train his body. No, he trained his time skip ability. He wanna go stronger. So in doing that, but instead of a challenge an opponent, he challenged himself, and he learning how to do it to handle this get a Genkai. Now, as for Ninetales, he know that something was not right about this brat he's thinking. Kinda, what the? Some reason I freezing at the time, and I cannot do nothing. What is this? This is this kind of get a Genkai or Jutsu? What is it? Turns out it was a new Genkai. Only Naruto can only use it. If he and his children will also learn use this technique too, but they will do it more. But they need to train even more than his father did. But if Naruto, uh, he will have children. Now, let's go outside from Naruto's body, leaving Ninetales for now. As for the Ninetale, as Naruto, he's training and he's getting better and he learn more about it. Not only he can skip time, he can attack an opponent without knowing noticing he's attacking. And he can almost look like he's teleported. He moves so incredible fast. It's kinda no one can see him that he is even moving. Naruto trained really hard every single day. And we're going to do a time skip to 2 years. After 2 years training, he was taller, more muscular, and he was only 6 years old. And I know it's too much to train at a young age, but it's Naruto world isn't it's not surprised to train that much. So I am say that those training routine he did is kinda well, not surprising. Now back to the story. As a Naruto during the first day of the academy it was a battle test. And it was and the last battle was Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki. As they're gonna fight, Naruto have a different clothes. It's like kinda look like a battle clothes. And it's not. It is kinda like tight, but at the same time can move it easy, like similar to hits, but it will look like it is get older. Now, as Naruto was standing, have hands in his pocket, and this kinda annoyed the Sasuke. He's kinda, ha! He too scared to pick out his hands of pocket. He thinking he was already defeated. Uroko kinda think almost the same thing, but he noticed something. Naruto was calm, but he felt the struggle for him. It was something different. It was not from the 90s. Something was not right. But he don't think about it. And he says it, begin! And Sasuke you run up to the Naruto, trying attacking him. But then something was not right. But Naruto just stand there. But something, when he opens his eyes, his body began to glow. Uh, you cannot even, and Sasuke kicking and punching him, but he noticed something. He go right through of Naruto, like he was not even there. But he's standing there right for him, and it's kind of, what the? How do you even do that? This shocked the Uruka and the older kids, and the most and the president he know about this technique. But Hinata cannot even see Naruto move. He's just standing there. Like nothing. And Naruto says, are you done, Sasuke gay? No, something. I don't really remember what they calling him in the series, but if I was looking up the name about what he's calling him, I will put in the name. For now, he is Uchiha. Uchiha. Bitch. Yeah, Uchiha bitch. Because Sasuke is actually a kind of asshole. Think he's better than anyone, but even in those, even if he believes that he's a prodigy, well, he repeated it by Naruto with ease. And then he punched, but he punched Sasuke. But they noticed something. He never hit Sasuke, but he floated away like a something was kind of wow. It shocked him as the other kind of how are you even doing that? Someone must be helping him. Baruka noticed and no one helping him. He don't know how he is what's happening. And then Naruto began punching him even more faster. Kinda like this. But you think about Vegeta is Sasuke, and Naruto is his hit. It's kinda same. He punching really fast. You can actually see coming out from Vegeta's body. It's kind of same thing he doing to Sasuke. As he doing that, they kind of, what's going on? What is that coming from Sasuke's body? Naruto's just standing there like what he's not doing. And then, and he finished the blow, but he was holding back actually. He used to playing with him. So, after he finished punching Sasuke, he was unconscious, bleeding, bleeding like a lot. Many of them think that he must have cheated for some reason, but they can't prove it. No one can prove it. Ambo's, even Ambo's team tried to figure out who did that attack, but no one can find it. And Naruto's just standing there, and they cannot even touching him, or he can attack him back. They cannot attack him, but he can attack back. And then time to go, many people trying to hurt Naruto, and Naruto getting more seriously. And then he began, and then many people cannot even hit him, but they can hit them instead. And they be always perfect hit. He never miss. So they gave him the nickname, Never Miss Hit. That's how he's get the nickname. He can never be missed. He never misses his opponent. No matter how far they are or close they are, he never miss. He always they do the perfect hit. As the time, and I ain't gonna say 6 years, and Naruto's 12 years old. The graduating was begin. Naruto not only trained his time skip and train his body, he trained also his chakra. He knows that if he train his more chakra, he can grow stronger. He knows that if he wanna train his time skip, he train his chakra. So he train even more his chakra training, far more greater. And he doing this almost every single day, no resting. The only rest he do is sleep, eat, and need to go poverty part. As he doing that, not only did someone looking at him at all, and all we all know is Hinata. And I'm gonna say something different. He will train Hinata to do this training too. So he was actually behind, what is the word? Behind you of the opponent. Hinata looking, he almost scared her. Naruto kind of feel about it, scaring her. But he noticed it. Hinata was the only person that only his same age as him, not hurting him except the other two. Naruto's first friends, but it was a girl too, so not doing that. Naruto kinda still like Sakura, but he knows that he is not worth it to do that. So he used, ah, whatever. I try and do someone else instead. And then he noticed that Hinata was blushing like a lot. And I gonna say at Naruto know about her acting some kinda love stuff. He's not an asshole. He's still a kind person. But those that as asshole to him, he's an asshole even worse. He's a serious, cold-hearted person. Those are hurting him or hurting his friends. That's he is more cold than Sasuke, and he's more cold than anyone. And he will actually he know that he not like him, and he trying to. And I'm gonna say he dated Hinata much earlier in canon, much earlier. So he asked her if he wanna go eat with him, and this kind of make Hinata almost passing out. Not only his crush asked him about go go with him and eat, he actually said it nice to her. He never noticed that he's a cold-hearted person to those persons, but he's nice only to nice people. And I'm gonna say no one is trying to attack Naruto anymore. And then give him the glare to him anymore because they know he can see them. He's almost everywhere. So I'm gonna say it's almost for 2 years. Hinata and Naruto is 10 years old. I'm gonna say they're almost the same age, only different. Months different. Sorry about it. But oh, excuse me. In After 2 years, Hinata was kinda more confident and more more fighter like Naruto. Hinata can do a more powerful punches, but not powerful as Naruto's. Naruto's punches are like killing punches. One punch is kinda hits punches. Almost only half strength as hit strength. Only half of about his strength. But when he gets older, he will be using his first strength. So he will be badass when he gets older. And I hope it in the story could be longer. But I gonna say now, everything was similar to canon, but no, doing that way. He doing the similar to Canon. He failed the exam, and Misuke tricked Naruto, and Naruto noticed. He trying to trick him. I ain't gonna say he not tell Naruto about the sense chakra, so he learned to him. But he learned and then go beyond that, so he learned more about it. So that he cannot only focus into one chakra, he can focus into all the chakras around him. Those are bad people, those are not bad people. And he will know if they're lying or not. He learned everything about more. So he's a pro, really good about the sense chakra. Chakra sense. Not chakra. Chakra. It almost sounds chakra and chakra. Seriously, almost sounds almost same. But it's not same. Whatever. He took the scrolls, the forbidden scroll ceilings, and he learned about the Sharon clone jutsu. Everything was the same as the canon. But the battle between Naruto and Misuke, well, it's completely gonna be completely different. Uroka believes he cannot be. He thought that he's a never miss hit. He never knew punching him, and he says, "I never fought you. I never tried to hit you." And this kind of get Misuke off guard. He feels something blow, but he knew Naruto was punching different directions, but he kind of still making a full blow. Kind of, and Misuke is standing back and he kind of coughing up much blood, and he says, "You are the really never miss hit. You can never miss." And he passed out. Naruto learned about the Sharingan jutsu, but he's not using that. Instead, he will using that to his training instead. So he trained his using that jutsu. And I'm gonna say it go almost same as a team building. Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, and Chakra Hanada or something. I don't really care about Chakra. Sakura. There you go. That was sound much better. I don't care about her. But he is a useless girl. But in that age. But fuck that. It's gonna be more hilarious to do something like that. Everything goes similar, but Naruto did a prank, but this time was kind of more almost like impressed Kakashi. It almost impressed him, but it's not impressed enough. And he know about Naruto, but he don't know about his abilities. They go up the roof and they begin telling him the goals and dreams, so that's like so something like that. Everything goes similar, and Naruto Sasuke is saying the same as a canon. Sakura do is same as a canon. And Naruto do almost the same as Canon, but he tell them about his ability. And he says he's looking up to the Kakashi Sensei. Do you ever know about my abilities? And this kind of got off a guard to Kakashi. He was supposed to ask him about his ability. But he began thinking, I don't even know that. And, and Sasuke heard about this. He kinda, know about his abilities? And then Naruto says, well, after all, we are teammates, and I'm only fair you know about my abilities. I have ability to skip time. I can just stop the time of green me around me, and I can walk in the time. But I not only can stop the time, I can also attack him when everything is frozen. I can only time skip only for only 5 minutes. That's my max level to use in my time skip. Longer than it will damage my body. He tell about everything he can do about his abilities, and Sasuke and Sakura says that that's, that is impossible. No one can skip time. You must be tricking somehow. And Naruto says, well, how can Sasuke never make a mark on me? He never hit me. I always defeated him easy. Explain that. And how can I move him more faster than anyone else? I move even faster than Kakashi. Kakashi noticed and he says, it is true. He was here before me. And this kinda get off the guard to the chakra. Kinda. So is this kinda jutsu or Naruto says, well, it's not a jutsu, it's actually a Genkai. I can only use this technique. I trying to figure out who will have someone else have this Genkai. But it turns out no one have it. I might be the first the first kinda have this technique. Kinda. So you mean you're no one? You mean you're almost undefeatable? Not really. But I'm using my time skip and drawing with my chakra. So you're saying you can only use the time skip it only for 5 minutes? Yeah. But I cannot only. But not only did I train my chakra, I train my body. As you can see, my bodybuilding is kinda really massive. I train and almost I dying about the training. Kakashi was kinda impressed about it. He trained is much harder. He noticed he kinda he tell but he never think about it. So he tell the team and they done the same thing as Kenan don't eat and they make it in the morning. But Naruto is not Naruto is kinda half idiot, but not full. He's a kinda a little smarter. Not much. Only the fighting. But I'm gonna say he eat. But he not sharing with his teammates. He just eat it alone. He know that Kakashi will be late. So he get in there, and everyone said it was there, and Naruto know that the Kakashi was late, so instead of waiting, he training. So he doing his, but he's keeping the running, and doing only he train his body even more. So now he's doing almost he's doing 100,000 push-ups, 100,000 squats, 100,000 sit-ups, and 500,000 punches. And he's moving fast, like really fast. But before he started, he did his stretching, and he took off his clothes, and they only didn't have the underwear. He took in is only short underwear because he doing his training. As and then he took off, come out and then showing his look like. Sasuke and Chakra was kinda huh? Dumbfounded. They kinda almost dropped this mouth. This kinda whoa. He was not caring about his training. He's really buff. Think it's kind of similar to hits you've seen this. It's kind of similar, just a little smaller. Like, just smaller. Only, yeah. Think about what kind of how small his muscle will be. It's up to you people. Now, as he begin doing his training, he's skipping his running as I said before. In doing that the how much he do. And this kinda get off Sasuke and Chakra off guard about this. Shit. Kinda amazed about Naruto trained. Kinda, whoa. He was not caring about his training. He trained much harder. Kinda is even more 100. After Naruto did his training, he only doing that 3 times. And he get tired. He had a bottle with him to doing this training. And he trained in almost 2 hours before Kakashi will be arrive. As Naruto and the Sasuke and Sakura walk up to him and says, "How much did you do?" As like I said before, he said that he did. And this kind of shocked Sakura and Sasuke. Kind of, that's ridiculous. No one can train that much. How did you? Naruto says, "Well, I trained my ass off, remember?" And I'm gonna say After 2 hours, Kakashi came, and then he doing the bell test. He noticed it, and Naruto figured it out it's a teamwork. But he doing better alone. But he wanna pass. So in doing that, but Kakashi know about his time skip because Naruto tell him about it yesterday to him and his teammates. So you know he's really powerful. To not messing with him. And I'm gonna say Kakashi, but he know he must do, so he's showing his the Sharingan much earlier, and they shocked all three of them. The monster that shocked him most is Sasuke. Sasuke was really shocked. He said Uchiha or something. It's a kind of think about this over and over again, but different thinking. I'm gonna say it's almost fast as the ends, almost catching up to the Naruto, but Naruto's only using 10% against Kakashi. But he going all out, he might be killing Kakashi pretty easily. No, not 10%. 5% is that some kind of more like it. 10% is kind of enough to killing opponent. He's still doing his jutsu. But he's not using as much, using his time skip more. He liked this ability really much. So he took the bells from Kakashi, even in Kakashi not even noticed. Now to replace something that almost kinda look like the bells. But they're not, but it's not the bells. They might be look the bells, but it's not the bells. No, just a copy. As Naruto fighting against Kakashi, Naruto gave the bells to Sakura and Sasuke. The bells. Both of them kinda shocked. And he made it and he put his finger to his lips. So about, shh, don't tell about Kakashi yet. It will be a surprise. And the fight is still going and kinda Naruto Kakashi noticing not using a time skip. And Naruto says, I'm not using the time skip yet. So coming at you everything you got. I will only using my jutsu now. And taijutsu. I will not using my the Genkai technique, my time skip. I have a little more challenge without using that too much. If I'm gonna fight someone, I need to fight without using that. I'm only using it really necessary to do that. Kakashi accepted that. And I'm gonna say they go almost similar to canon. Different as Naruto not be put up in the strawberry to get bonded by ropes. No. The test that was over, Kakashi says to to do something to Naruto. But then Sakura and Sasuke showed the bells. This shocked Kakashi by saying, "What? How did we get those bells? I have those. Huh?" Then poof, then it turned into like it was a version of bells, but was not the bells at all. And Kakashi looking at Naruto in shocked eye. Okay, saying, "Well, I said before I was not trying, but before I said that I used my time skip and fighting you. So I did. I give it the best. I have the best. I can use the detective for myself. But I notice it if a teammate. If I'm not helping, if I am going to only pass the test, I need that the other two will passing. It's a teammate, teamwork, am I right, Kakashi?" And Kakashi noted about this that all of them passed. Sasuke and Sakura is kinda surprised, but Sasuke was jealous and angry. He had that power, strong, fast, and he had ability to stop time. And that's we gonna leave it off. And the next part will be London Waves part. And what if Naruto had time skip part 2? And I'm gonna say, if you're someone who one of you like the story, tell me and I'm gonna do in part 2. And I had all of Naruto story is what if Naruto trained like Saitama, or what if Naruto was the legendary Super Saiyan? If you want make me to do in part 2 about it, the story, or continue to know the stories of My Hero Academia stories. But I will do in My Hero Academia stories and Naruto stories. I will try and doing my best to do different about the stories. And I'm gonna say, if something I made a mistake in the story, just comment down below and tell me about it to fix it. I'm trying to say the words, but it's not kinda my own mouth is gonna go crazy by its own sometimes. Kinda has have own rules. But just to know. And this is RP Broly saying peace out.